You called shit. I know.
Sorry, no.
It's not going to be that. It's not going to run those sessions.
I was on the record before the record. Hello, Zoe. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hang on.
Type it.
I was going to listen in on Kez's phone call.
They're never very exciting. I've listened in on a few.
Carol, can you hear me? If you can hear me, just put it in the chat. Obviously, it's short notice tonight, so I don't know how many people will be on tonight, but I thought it would be a good idea to start getting into the habit of starting to do some trainings.
I was thinking the same. I'm glad you did that, because I was going to have a word and suggest we got getting up and going.
Yeah. Well, I think it's... Well, at the moment, we can't do any retail training.
No.
So what I thought we'd focus on is trying to get some more recruits in. Because I don't know if you've seen the email. It says that it's going to be free till the end of the year.
Yeah.
After that, we don't know. So we've got a great opportunity to get people in for free. And we know we've got till the end of the year to recruit people, but we don't want to be hanging around because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be looking. Can you hear me, Zoe?
I can now, Andy. You're right.
Yes, thank you. Carol, can you hear me? Hello, Carol. No idea. Okay. Well, hopefully, if she can't, then she'll watch the recording later on. Okay. So let's get my thing up. My thing.
Oh, Andy.
No.
Behave, Andy.
You all know me too well.
I know.
Okay. Can't move out of the way. Slideshow from beginning. Okay. So, 27th of June 2018, brand new business, brand new training, still the same old Eagle Group, but the Eagle Group moving forward, flying in a new direction, and really looking forward to moving the business forward quickly. Now, with tonight, it's going to be a bit of ad hoc because I didn't get into gone 6:30 and had to write the training, so we'll see how we get on. But one thing is, and I'm not going to sing it, it's a new door. No. Michael Bublé. I can't do Michael Bublé. It's a new door.
No, you look like him.
I wish I had his money. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Oh, shit. Okay. So, we've got lots and lots of different methods in which we can start recruiting. And they're called, what we refer to is rods in the pond. And the way that it comes forward, rods in the pond, is all about, if you went fishing and you took one rod with you, you can only catch one fish in one particular area of the pond.
That's where you go wrong, Kez.
But if you had about half a dozen fish lines and you put them in different parts of the pond, you could get at least 6 bites at any one time. So we're going to go through some of the different rods in the pond and how you can use them. The first, rods in the pond. Okay, first one is warm market. Warm market is something that most people don't like doing, and I don't know why. Because these are the people that will trust you. Now, warm market falls into lots of different categories. It falls into people you know and people you don't know. But what I mean by that is, you might have a selling group. You might have loads of people on Facebook who are your friends, but you don't really know them. There could be the guy down the corner shop, etc., etc. They're all your warm market, and you should make contact with them. But you don't. Your warm market. What you don't do is you don't go in full belt and say, "Oh, you ought to join my business," and da 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 da. You go in and you say, "I'm really excited and I want to share something with you." Just so you're aware, we've got a brand new opportunity that we just joined. It's first business in the UK for many years that for the people, that's free to start until the end of the year. So you've got nothing to lose whatsoever. If you know of anybody who'd like to make some extra money, could you please pass on my details? And that's it. You know, very straightforward. Now the thing is, I was talking to a guy, as you know, since clearly went financially, a few of us have been struggling. So I've been, the last 3 weeks, I've been promoting wills. So, and I've been in different, shopping centres. I was in Redditch, and then I was in Sutton Ashfield, and today I was in, I forgot where I was now, Kettering. And next week I'm going to be in Loughborough, which is a bit closer. But I was in Kettering, and I was talking to a young lad, he's about 19, 20, and he's selling sofas. And I told him about it and what he was doing, and he's registering tonight. People are out there are looking for a means to make some money. As you may have seen, everything is doom and gloom out there in the marketplace. Companies are closing down depots. Companies are laying off staff here, there, and everywhere. There was talk, I think it was yesterday, about the car industry, that the amount of investment in the car industry is halved. And the banks or aerospace or Airbus are talking about pulling out the UK as well. What a fantastic opportunity we've got in front of us of the potential of a brand new business that costs nothing to join, that's just getting off the floor. And I was speaking to this guy, and I said to him, "Look, I know you now, but I didn't know you before. But I guarantee that you know 200 people I don't know." And he said, "Yeah, that's right. Yeah, probably at least that. Yeah, because I've never met you before." I said, "Well, I can guarantee you again that all your 200 people that I don't know also know 200 people they don't know. You don't know, rather. So you're only a couple of steps away from thousands of people. How good are you on Facebook?" And now you're listening. And he said, "Fine, absolutely brilliant." I said, "Well, if you want to make some money, here's the link, here's the thing, get registered." What's he got to lose? Absolutely nothing. What have you got to lose? Absolutely everything. Because somebody else may talk to that person and get them registered. We haven't got any costs involved whatsoever. No? Does it make any difference to somebody if they register or not and don't do anything with the business?
No.
So we should be talking now, and we should be going out hell to leather, speaking to your friends, speaking to everybody. So look, fantastic opportunity. It may not be it for you, but you may know somebody who might be interested in making some extra money. Ground floor opportunity, I mean ground floor. Look, and you've got to hit the key elements that people like. It's going to be UK sourced, majority of it. It's going to be home care products. Initially, it's going to be cleaners and all the other things that every household uses, but it's going to grow. And can any of you on the call tonight tell me how many products we're going to have as a minimum by the end of 2019?
I think it was 1,000.
What's that, David?
1,000, I think.
Yeah, at least 1,000 products by 2019, because that was in the email that's come out. So you're in an opportunity where you can be ground floor and really get stuck in. So don't waste the opportunity. 3 foot rule. That's what I did today, really. I met this guy, and it's a 3 foot rule. You know, he was selling sofas. He was getting nobody coming in. I asked him, "How much money are you making doing that?" And not a lot, apparently. He sells a sofa, he gets £5. He gets 70 quid a day, but he gets £5 for selling a sofa. He only gets a bonus when he sells 25. 25 in a day. Who's going to sell 25 sofas in a day? Definitely not in Kettering, I'll tell you that.
Oh, bloody soldiers.
Exactly. All right. So I spoke to him, you know. I said, may not be of interest. But if you know anybody. Now, the issues we've got is, have you got business cards with your website on?
No.
Okay. You need to get a website. If you haven't got a website, speak to, you know, if you want to start building a business, it's dead easy to get contacts. Or you need some sort of business card or something to leave with people with some sort of contact information on. And you need to be gathering people's details and their email addresses. Contact manager is the easiest way of getting people's email addresses. Because at the moment, we haven't got something to give anybody, have we? We meet somebody in the street, we can't give them an information pack, we can't give them anything because we don't know the paper. But every time we're out and about, I mean, the great thing is with us, we've got our car sign written. And when I'm driving up and down the motorway, my car is being seen by hundreds of people. Yeah. Quite soon, Kes will be driving. That's scary. Another Beasley on the road.
Can't beat it, eh?
Yeah. Right. But the 3 foot rule, I mean, in a shopping centre, it's great. Obviously, I've got to focus on what I'm doing. Can't be promoting another business. But, you know, customers. You've all got old customers. You know, you've got customers online, everything else. So we're relaunching. We're looking for distributors all over the UK. If you know of anybody who'd be interested in making some extra money, join us for free now. PM me for details. Yeah. Now, on your online shops, they obviously should be private, secret, so people can't find them, because you can guarantee that now lots and lots of people are going to be seeking to try and get people on Facebook, and you're going to find lots and lots of adverts in the groups. Because was it Michael said 2,000 people signed in?
Yeah.
So 2,000 people signed in. There's going to be inundated with adverts everywhere. So you've got to look outside the box. People are going to get pissed off with seeing adverts. Yeah. I'm not saying don't do adverts. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying to you, be aware.
You don't want to bombard everybody with them.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to be careful of.
Mm.
Business cards. I just mentioned business cards. You know, we've got to get some new business cards because a lot of ours had Clean Easy on or our shopping site, things like that. Sharon, unfortunately, she's got a load of business cards with the Eagle Group on. So we've been using those.
Luckily, I've got some old ones with saying nothing hardly. That's good.
Well, hopefully they say something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they've got no
Branded.
yeah.
Absolutely. Referrals. Somebody's not interested. Who do they know? Might they know somebody? Do you know anybody that might be interested in earning some extra money online or via catalogues? It's free to join at the moment. You can get some free catalogues. So the great thing is the company's doing it quite cleverly. They're saying you have to place your first order. When you place your first order, then you'll get more catalogues. So only rewarding those people who do something. Okay.
Yep.
Flyers. Once again, realistically, if you're going to do flyers, you've got to have a phone number or an email address or something. And I would always recommend to have a contact manager on the website. That's a simple thing to me because it'll gather the information. Flyers. What do we do with flyers? We push them through letterboxes. We hand them out to people. You know, lots of things you can do with flyers. Shop cards.
Shopkeepers, you can give them to the shopkeepers to give out.
Yeah, you can.
Leave them
Flyers,
by the till.
we used to do years ago. I used to go into the local paper shop and ask for them to be put in the local Leicester Mercury on John's night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, there isn't so much deliveries of newspapers now. There's not so many people who do it, but people still get papers delivered. Are you on the beer?
I might be.
Where's ours then?
Reason I knew you were on about me. Is this one? Brothers Toffee Apple is beautiful.
That's right. I'm on the cola.
Is that the Bacardi one?
It is an energy drink.
Yeah, that's Bacardi. Looks like Bacardi.
Anyway, these are good value. I tell you what. I've got 3 pence.
Are they the £1 ones?
3 pence a can. 48 cans for £1.50.
That's not bad.
Anyway,
I got 48 bottles of water free the other day.
I did out of tap.
No. From Severn Trent.
All right, very nice. Why you're
Just because I was without water for about 3 hours.
All right. And in 3 hours you'd have drank 48 bottles. Okay.
Apparently, yeah. Yeah, apparently.
Fair enough. Shop cards, put them in shop windows, obviously. You know, work from home, blah, blah, blah. New business opportunity, whatever you want to use. But get them in. What you want is your local area to be, you need to have your local area covered. Yeah. Basically, you don't want anybody else coming into your area and putting adverts up if you can avoid it. Obviously, people can come in, but you need to make sure your card's in the shop window, your flyers are being seen, etc., etc. Newspaper adverts. Now, it's a bit more expensive. I might think about doing a syndicate for a newspaper advert at some stage, because people still look in the newspapers, but there's less and less people advertising in the newspapers.
Well, I've got a lot of old people in this town, and they all still buy the local paper and everything every day.
Oh, you associate with them, don't you?
Yes.
Posters. Posters. You can make up posters, but make sure you don't put them on street furniture. Council owned for street furniture, that is, because you have a problem. But you can put one in your shop, in your front window. Postman comes up, wants to make some extra money, whatever else. People walking by. You know, I mean, it's difficult for people to walk by where you are, Zoe, because it's only about you in the cul-de-sac there.
There is, yeah.
Hard for me as well. I'm on the second floor.
Yeah.
Chloe, go to bed, please.
But posters, I used to do a load of laminated posters and put them on sticks and put them on the roadside where I wanted. Cars, where a lot of cars were going by. You must see them. You know, gala this weekend and stuff like that. Yeah, people do. It obviously works. DVDs, ignore that. I ain't got any. Internet advertising. I'm going to speak to Jamie DiCasso because he restarted doing advertising for Avon and for Oriflame. So I think, you know, he did contact me about rejoining the syndicate pool. But internet advertising, it's not just Facebook, Instagram, other social media sites are out there. Yeah. Pornhub, no, that's not one. So is the only one that recognises it. I'm sure Kez, no.
I'm sure Kez does.
Okay. Now, the thing is that some people will do pick 2 or 3 rods, and they're basically working at 30% of potential. Yeah. Some people will pick 5 or 6 rods, and they'll be at 50-60% potential. But the ones that make it really work are the ones that select everything and do whatever they can. They're not missing out on any potential lead. Now, I haven't covered everything. So I haven't covered car signs. I haven't covered labels that you can put on the back of. So when we started, it was 21 years ago when we started. And our kids, well, say Sarah now is 32. So she was 11. And we used to go to school on the bus. We'd send them with a page of labels, and they'd stick them on the back of the seats and on the bus. You know, need extra income, wherever else. Obviously, at that time, we used voicemail. So they couldn't contact me. It just went to the voicemail. So if we got phone calls from bus company, they couldn't trace us. But the thing is, people sit there, and what do they look at? Well, now they look at their phones, obviously. But they used to just sit and look at the back of the seat or the back of the head of the person in front of them. There's labels there. You put labels on shopping trolleys. Go to any supermarket. They might get pissed off with that, so move around a bit. But there's loads of different things you can do with labels, and there's lots of things you can do with business cards, etc. So let's say there's stacks and stacks of different ways of sponsoring. I've just picked out a few, and I didn't want to create. I could show you all examples, all different flyers and that. But to be totally honest, the majority of them we have to get rid of because they all had clean easy on them, or they were all about. It had a lot of the shopping websites on it, which we don't have anymore, etc., etc. So we just had to get rid of all them. Okay. Some closing tips for us, because obviously what I want to do is keep it light. I want to do a little bit of training and just get some feedback from all of you about your own goals and what you want to get from the business. So you're all going to be sponsors. As a sponsor, keep in touch with your team, especially the new people. They don't know you. They don't know how trustworthy you are. They don't know what your what's the word I'm looking for? You have to build a friendship up first. Yeah, people need to know you care. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And they're in it for them. They're not in it for you. They're in it for themselves. Yeah, so we have to understand what their goals are. And we never close the door to anybody. Somebody says no to me. It doesn't mean no, never. It just means no, not now. However, at this moment in time, there is no reason why somebody shouldn't join the business. And I'm going to tell you why it's a good idea to get people registered when it's free. I was having a discussion with Mike Bibby. Who else is on? Is anybody else? Come on, by the way. Talking to Mike Bibby about people leaving their line of sponsorship and rejoining under another line of sponsorship. Because there was in the past, when we first started, a lot of poaching that went on to get people to join from one line of sponsorship to another line. Obviously, we're all starting afresh, and we're putting efforts in. We want to protect that line of sponsorship. And Mike was talking to Michael about reducing the amount of time. If you leave, you can rejoin to 6 months. And Mike says no, it should be increased to 3 years. Because 6 months isn't a long time for somebody to maybe step backwards. But 3 years makes them think about it twice. Well, we don't know what the situation is, but if they're registered, they're in your business for at least a certain amount of time. They can't join anybody else's. If that makes sense. So you only get as many people into your business as you can. Now, as a distributor, what you want to make sure is, and I can say this for all of you, we never ever quit. We are going to go through some challenges. We know that because it's a brand new business. We don't know what the delivery schedule is going to be like. Doesn't matter how good Michael is or McLeod's for the manufacturing base and wherever else. The problem's going to be outside contractors. For instance, delivery firms that let you down. And it's how we manage that. We know there's going to be issues. It doesn't matter if there's a 100% in stock. If the person that's delivering the goods can't get them to us, we've got a problem. So we've got to make sure that we are on top of it. We are communicating with everybody, and that means both in the group and on the chat. Try and keep the chat down to the chat and other points in the group if we can, if that makes sense. Otherwise, you know, and if you're doing a personal chat with somebody, don't do it in the group chat. Do it privately. All right. If you're not sure about what you should be saying to a new distributor, or you have got an issue or whatever else, contact myself or your sponsor or whatever else and have a chat with us first before you take a step further. Because we are going to get lots and lots of people we don't know joining us. And the only way that we can progress as a group is by learning together. Team. Together, everybody achieves more. Okay. So, I was going to run this training tomorrow night, but then I realised England's playing against Belgium.
I'll be in the pub, I'm afraid, watching that.
Eh?
I'm going to be in the pub watching that.
Exactly. That's why I thought it wasn't a good idea.
No, definitely not.
Okay. All right. So, that's all I wanted to cover myself tonight. Okay. So, has anybody got any questions, any concerns, anything they'd like clearing up? I mean, I don't know yet who's in what team, because none of us have been given any authority, you know, any information about who's where, who's situated there. I asked Zoe tonight, who have you registered with?
Gaz.
Which is fine, I just don't know. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't know who has actually registered, who hasn't registered, whereas normally we would know exactly who's registered. So I know there's a lot of people who've registered on here tonight for various reasons, either working or, you know, other things are in the way. Maybe they're watching Brazil. Okay.
I've been having the football scores coming up on my phone as you've been talking.
Yeah, Brazil were winning 2-0 when I came on here.
Game's just ended, 2-0.
All right. I know Switzerland and Croatia was 1-1 when I last. Not that you would want to know that, but Germany.
We're through. We don't need to worry about that.
At least we won't be knocked out of the World Cup on penalties by Germany.
Exactly.
No, we won't.
We've actually stayed in the World Cup longer than Germany. So
yes. I must admit, I looked at everything on the football the other day, and I've worked out that Belgium, Russia, and us are actually the three strongest teams in the competition this time.
At this moment in point, it always worried me about Germany, that Germany got stronger as the competition goes on. But that was out now, so that's good. I hope me and Sharon were actually praying last night for Nigeria to keep Argentina out.
I was doing the same. Actually. I was not praying, but I was
scored in the last 4 minutes. Argentina would have been out, and Nigeria through.
But.
Okay, so getting back to business. You can tell that Kezzy's dropping off there.
I was going to say she's been very quiet.
I like my football. I'm just listening.
Okay. Have you got any comments, any questions, anything at all that you need clarifying?
I haven't got any questions at the moment, but I was just wondering, a lot of people, and I don't know where Zoe or Carol live, but I know there's quite a few people locally. Were you thinking of trying to set a regular time for Zooms again as we used to? I know it's a bit early yet, we haven't got all the information. But was that planned? And two, do you think of having a sort of sizzle somewhere?
Yeah, well, Mike Bibby is trying to organise a schedule for coming up to this area.
Right.
To do a face-to-face training with everybody. So obviously that would be an event that we'd come to. This is another thing. I don't know where people are. You know, I know Kez has signed a number of people in, and Dave, you signed people in, but I don't know where they are. So I'll be glad when I actually see a breakdown of
Yeah.
where people are and everything else. But yes, I would like to do a set evening training every week so people get into the habit of it. Once we've got a system that we know about, the pay plan and things like that, I can do inductions and stuff like that. But we can't do anything until it's going bit by bit. But I wanted to start the ball rolling now, rather than sitting back and just letting time go by. Anything anybody else would like to ask?
Well, we can't do Zooms on a Thursday night because I won't be able to make it. Because from September, I'm going back to college.
Oh, yeah? What,
Yes.
you cleaner?
No, I'm going to do my nail course.
Oh, hold on.
So I can do my hair, I can do nails, and then I might do waxing as well.
Where to live? Mine need doing.
Well, what needs waxing, Dave?
I need my nails done and my hair needs. I don't know.
Crack.
Yeah. That's the one.
Oh God.
Andy
The
knows.
worst thing is that one of the lads calls my mate that because her surname is Bait and Ball, so they call her Bat and Crack.
I can't imagine that somebody actually doing that. There you go. Anything? Are you feeling better anyway, Kes, than we were the other day?
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
She has registered, hasn't she?
I don't know. I've messaged her and said glad to have you back, and messaged her about the signing up process and the Pioneer, and I've had no response. So.
That's the problem, that we don't get any
feedback.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to go through? So Thursday nights, you'd prefer not?
Yep.
Anybody else got any preferences? I can't fit in with everybody because there's going to be people that are...
Yeah, not Thursday night.
Why is that?
Only a 12-week course and I'll be qualified. From September.
Yeah. Dave doesn't like Monday nights.
No, Wednesdays, but
the bonus of me going to college is I can put a leaflet or something in my car, because I've now got my brand's car, and everyone at college will see it.
Good.
Yeah.
And they're in Staffordshire, whereas I'm in Warwickshire, so I'm in Aviston, they're in Tamworth.
Fantastic.
It's only 9 miles up the road, but, you know, there's a little opportunity there.
If anybody needs any wording for anything,
contact Andy.
Well, yeah, basically, I want to try and keep it as, what's the word I'm looking for?
Simple?
Yeah, well, simple, yeah, but not everybody in the group's going to want to sponsor. So, we're going to end up with pictures of stuff as well, because there won't be any, I don't think there's going to be any online photographs, I don't know. But reading between the lines, there doesn't appear to be. So we've got to have some way we can actually store these pictures for everybody to use. So do you want me to just empty out the picture resources and just reload that?
Yeah, I would. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah, okay, I'll try and get that done over the next few days. Because we've got a couple of weeks till we know the product range.
And it gives you something to do in your spare time.
I haven't got a lot of spare time. But there you go. Okay. I will upload this to YouTube later on, and then I'll put it in the group so people can review back on it, and you can get your team to have a look at it.
Right.
All right. But like I say, on the group, please keep everything positive. Remember when you have new team members and you know they've joined you, then we put a message on their timeline. Welcome to the family. Joining, start, really pleased and helping you in a new business. Things like that. So we will need to get their friends to actually see that they're doing something. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to finish this off then, and thank you very much for coming along tonight. It's been a real pleasure, and I mean that most sincerely, folks. I really do. I really do.
The thing you don't know is if any of us are in your group.
Yeah, I hope so. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm going to log off now. See you all later.
See ya. Bye.
See you later. Bye.